DkLeo Gaming. In this Blox Fruit video, I will be showing you how I got my subscribers the V4 of their choice. But first, if you're new to my channel and you enjoy Blox Fruits content, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. And next time I end up doing a live like this, you could be part of it, and I guarantee 100% that you will get your V4. So, if you're having trouble getting your V4 or you in a situation, let's say you have a Discord, and every time you go into the Discord, they talk about, yeah, they're going to help you, but it's really two people that's trying to jump you so they could get their V4. Things like that happen in the Blox Fruits community, but not here. Leo Gang, I got you. Without that being said, you already know I'm going to support my supporters. But let's get right into the main details of the video. So, in this one, I am Ghoul V4, I'm max. So, when you're max on any race, every time that you want to end up going to do a new trial, you have to go talk to the clock every single time you want to actually do a trial. And that's whether you shark, angel, ghoul, mink, cyborg, yes, even the new race Draco. So if you want to end up actually doing that, you're max on your V4 with any race in Blox Fruits, just make sure that you know that you have to go back to the clock every single time. Hey, and I want to shout out Hunter for just giving me a love just because I was standing right there. Appreciate you, bro. But let me give you a rundown of how the trials work for V4. This is every race except for Draco, because Draco is more so a solo race trial, so you don't have to really worry about doing this for that. But any other race, how it would end up working is you need 3 people, and those 3 people will go to their door. Now, once all 3 people arrive at their door, standing very close to the door, all 3 players have to press their V3 skills at the same time. That will activate the trial, and then the countdown will begin going from 5 all the way to 1, and you will enter the door so you can proceed to do your trial. Now, once all 3 players defeat their trial, because all 3 players have to defeat their trial in order to go on to the next step. Once you do that and have that completed, you have to do a battle royale. So it's going to be 1v1v1. And the person that completes the trial, that means defeats the other 2 players in the trial, that is the one that continues on to actually get their goal of their V4 of their choice, family. So that's what you pretty much have to do. Step 1, get 3 people. All this happens during the full moon. Once you get the 3 people, press your V3 skill at the same time. Once you do that, then you have to enter your trial. Defeat the trial, and then everybody has to fight it out to see who actually gets the V4. But in this situation, if you're part of my community, I make sure that everybody gets their V4. As you will see throughout this video, everybody that entered the trial actually got their V4 because I made sure of that. That's what it means to actually be part of this community, helping each other grow and helping each other to be able to actually obtain their goal. But the thing about this is that if you want to end up doing this, you have to make sure that you also have the V2 and V3 of that race. Because if you don't have the V2 and V3, you won't be able to get the V4 for that race that you're trying to get the V4 for. So let's say you have a goal. You want to get V4 in every race, which that is an amazing goal. Just know that when you end up switching, let's say from shark to angel, or angel to mink, or mink to human, you have to go re-get the V2 and V3 for that race that you're trying to get. So just because you have V1, V2, V3, V4 for one race, let's say human, it restarts as soon as you go switch to a different race. Now, if you want to do that, make sure that you head over to Second Sea and then begin the process for that respective race. So you have to still collect the flowers. You have to still go do whatever mission is set for that race. So once you end up completing that, then you will be able to actually come back to the 3rd sea and then get your V4 and then do a trial. So in order to be able to do the trial for V4, it's his own set of missions. I'll make a separate video for that. If y'all want to see that, just make sure to let me know. But let's say you already have everything that you needed for your V4, then you already ahead. All you have to do at that point is to just go back to the third sea, wait for the full moon, and then begin the trial, as long as you have 2 other players that is willing to help you, or 2 other players that are just willing to go in and see who comes out on top. But I want to mention these red flags that I want you to look out for. 1. If a player says, help me get my V4, and then after I get my V4 first, I'm going to reset for you, and then I'll let you get your V4. Now, the problem with that is, every time you do a trial, you have to train. I'll say that again. Every time you go and you do a trial and you're successful with it, you have to train. So don't just think that, oh, I'm going to reset for this person and they're going to be kind enough to help me and reset for me. Because no, what's going to end up happening in 9 times out of 10, because this is Blox Fruits, they're going to end up getting their V4, and then once it's time to get your V4, they won't be able to help you, just because during that time they have to train. And the full moon is limited. Because the full moon is limited, they won't be able to actually train in enough time to get you your V4. So, in the right situation in Blox Fruits, they will end up waiting, finding the new moon, and honestly reset for you. But we all know how the community gets, and there's a lot of unrealistic, unhonest people in the community. After they get their V4, they're gonna end up leaving, probably blocking you. Even if they had you as a friend, they're gonna unfriend you. They're gonna say, oh, let's go server hop, and you'll never see that person again. And I'm sorry if that has happened to you in the past, or if that's happening to you right now, but I have a W for you. All you have to do is come into the community, get linked up with some great individuals, because this community is the best community in Blox Fruits, like ever, hands down. Leo Gang, stand up. I support them 100%. They support me 100%. Now, another red flag you want to look out for is if you have 2 friends and they're trying to get you to join their pack and be like, okay, me and him are friends. We're going to go first, and then we're going to wait for you, and you'll get yours last. All that means is that those 2 people are going to get their V4, and then once they got theirs, they're going to end up disappearing. One will have to get off. One will have to go somewhere. And now you're the only person that is stuck without your V4. These are things that I want you to look out for. And I want to also mention, if you join this community, that's one thing that you'll never have to worry about ever again. But if you enjoy Blox Fruits content and you got something from this video, make sure that you like. I want to hear from you, so make sure that you drop that comment and join the best community in Blox Fruits. So make sure that you subscribe to DkLeo Gaming. I want to hear from y'all, and I look forward to you joining the family. You already know, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you check out these. I know that you're going to enjoy it. Until that next live, until that next video, until that next banger, it's been the one, the only DkLeo, and I'm out.